This is a Brawl Network production. You're listening to the Warriors Brawl Podcast.
Curry, long distance, puts it in. Steph and Curry with another. They do have a timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry, way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry!
Here are your hosts, comedians, and Golden State Warrior die-hard fans, Eli and Derrick.
Warriors, bro. I'm Eli motherfucking Trishawn. What's up, Dub Nation? To my right, we got motherfucking Derrick Thompson. He's a closeted Warriors fan. We're going to get him out by the end of the season. I know it. You know it. He loves the Warriors. He just says otherwise. And we got a good one today.
I like the way you're fired up. I can tell somebody might be on a win streak.
Yo, we are on a 2-win win streak, and I'm just going to say it.
Beating the mammoths of the league.
First, we went in to the storied Bulls franchises building where the great
The United Center, the United Center. Put some respect on the house that Michael Jordan built.
And we told Zach LaVine to suck it.
That, man, well, you did well. It was a close game, man. You won the buzzer
Then we went to Detroit. Shout out to my roommate, Tyler Lewis, who loves
Motor
the Pistons.
City.
And we beat their asses. Then the Portland got the best of us. But then we came back with a fucking explosion like I have never seen.
A colossal game by Steph Curry. He went full-on video game mode, man.
Yo, one-man show, hero ball. I came 6 times. It was amazing.
Did you hear what he was saying in between shots?
What?
I heard y'all was talking shit. Y'all still talking shit?
That's what he was saying?
No, he didn't say
well,
that.
I know at the end of the game, he was like, he did that, I took that personally or whatever, and I was like, sick, sick.
But, like, man, that's what greatness do, man. Greatness is great
and
for
then
a reason.
we fucking went to, and then fucking said the Kings came into our building, and we broke the fucking brakes off of them.
Yeah, that was a massacre.
A massacre.
It was a massacre.
So we got a lot to get into. I'm really excited. But yeah, let's we got to start with the 62-point
barrage.
We won't go too much into it because a lot of people like the first takes and the Colin Cowherds of the world already went into it. But
yeah.
Who
are those guys again? Who are those guys really? Who is Colin Cowherd and who is Stephen A. Smith? Sounds familiar.
Don't make me start doing my Stephen A.
I'm kidding.
Smith
I love those guys. LeBron James.
I don't want to see stars align. I want to see stars collide.
That's a great line. It's so true. I don't want to see them either.
All right. So we'll just go quick. I mean, this is people are always trying to pick apart Steph's game and take away from his greatness. Oh, he's a ceiling raiser, but not a floor raiser. Oh, he can't play defense. Oh, he's too soft. Oh, he's too rich and light-skinned and little to be fucking great or whatever the fuck.
Somebody's a hater.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's what the haters do, man. They go hate, man. They hate. They come up with excuses of why you're so great.
Right.
Like LeBron James wouldn't be great if he wasn't made out of muscle. Well, he is, except it. Steph Curry just has a great shot.
He's just so skilled, but it's not just the shot. It's the dancing with the ball. It's the movement off the ball.
Extremely crafty.
It's the assists. It's the. I mean, I was so bummed about Klay Thompson leaving, and I'm just not leaving, but getting injured.
Get injured, yeah.
It's all gonna be okay because. When we got a dude who really can elevate the team. I mean, you saw him. I mean, yes, he kind of carried the team in the Portland game, but then we're going to get into the Kings game, and I mean, he let's not get it twisted. He still scored 30 with 5 rebounds and 4 assists.
Yeah,
but
well, that guy's going to be a major part of what you do whenever he steps on the court because of the level of threat he has with the scoring, the shooting, and the playmaking. Right. So. Like I said before the season started, I fully expect him to get up back around that 28, 29 point range. And he's like, well, he's at 32 now. He's right there. So it's like
he's still in it. He's still in it. Yeah, people were saying, oh, he's old. He's getting older now. I mean, come on, he's 32. I mean,
it reminds me a lot of LeBron going into last season because he got hurt, just like Steph got hurt. Wasn't around for a while. People start talking reckless out their mouth, and then the season comes around, he gives you an MVP level season because that's what he does. He's been great for forever.
Help that he has
just like
Anthony Davis.
just like Steph has. So I think Steph's gonna get you an MVP caliber season, like he was doing before.
I hope,
he was doing before KD got there. You're gonna get that kind of stuff as far as like point production.
Right. And they're simplifying the offense for the younger guys. They're doing more pick and roll.
Simplifying. It sounds like somebody stupid. Well, I got a cut right here. Let's just do a pick and roll.
No, I don't even care. It's working. I mean, it was so sensational, man. And I mean, it seems like the team's starting to come together. So we have this. So we face the Trailblazers and we win, and that's a solid team.
Yeah. After losing to them, play them again.
Bounce back game.
Can't play them again and beat them. That's big, especially because I expect them to be one of the teams that you're fighting for.
Right, for
that position.
They're in that like middle of the playoff pack.
Yeah.
Kind of
so
thing.
you want as many wins against them as possible. So when it comes down to the tiebreak, you might get the advantage as far as home court. So yeah, that was pretty big right there. And with all these people talking about Dame being better than Steph.
Exactly. Can we
What a good game for Steph to come through with 62 points.
About Dame Lillard being fucking the next Steph Curry or Trae Young. Like, there's only one Steph Curry, at least for now, and his name is Wardell Stephen Curry.
He did it with Wardell.
Honestly, though.
Yeah, but like people
how
forget,
many times
man.
Steph owns Dame in the playoffs consistently. Remember fucking 2019 when we lost Durant and we had to trot out, Quinn Cook and the rest of the G Leaguers, Alfonso McKinney and whatever, and we swept them. I mean, I know they had their injuries too, but we swept them.
Yeah, you can't. Well, it's not even the fact that you swept them. It's the fact that Dame Dash played horrible. You can't go head-to-head against somebody. Of course, Clay's guarding him more, but if you that dude, you got to step up and hit them big buckets, man.
Right.
Even in a losing effort, you have to look good.
Right.
And he didn't do that.
So
took 4 straight L's, and he looked bad. So it's like, but it's like the whole media thing, man. It's prisoners of the moment type shit.
But then you look at
Steph only gone a year.
We're all going to look at the 62 points in the Blazers win, I really feel like Draymond has proven once again how important he is to this team. I mean, I know that you say that he's overrated. But
he is overrated. It's mostly by himself.
No, he's not.
Mostly by himself. But he's essential to what Steve Kerr wants to do, I think.
Essential. He poured in 8 assists that game. I mean, that's
dimes.
That's a lot.
How many assists could we have had that game, Eli, if we were throwing it into the red hot hands of Steph Curry?
James Wiseman had 12 and 11, a double-double. Wiggs had 21 points in that game. Oubre had 17.
Who had 20?
Wiggins. And Wiggins had 21 points.
Right.
So it was a Herculean effort by Steph to we needed these points because Portland's obviously an offensive juggernaut. But then you go to the next game, the Kings, and I know that they're not a great team, but they're still.
They were like ninth, like maybe last or second or last team out last year.
Right, they made it to the bubble.
Yeah, they look with Aaron Fox. What is it, De'Aaron Fox and Buddy.
I mean,
they got some scores, but
in this game, Steph really kind of took it over, or didn't take it over, but he was much more of a. He was still the offensive. He still was the scoring leader, 30 points.
21 points in the first half.
But he also
he needs that level of aggression.
But he also had 9 rebounds and 8 assists.
He's a sneaky good rebounder.
Yeah.
People don't really talk about that a lot because he doesn't get off the floor. But he, for a guard, rebounds very well.
Right. So, and then you had, this Kings game was just so cool because I felt like the game last night, this is what I want to spend most of the day on, but man, we are unlocked. The team is getting unlocked, and Steve Kerr is also shutting up the haters because people were saying, "Oh, he's a one-note coach, and he can only anybody can be a good coach when you have all these all-stars or whatever." But
that's what haters do. They say the same thing about Phil Jackson. Well, I could have won 6 with Scotty, and Michael, and
what's
then
his
Shaq
name?
and Kobe.
Who's the coach of the Heat? Spoelstra.
Yeah.
But this game was really exciting for me because I really got to see it wasn't just Steph Curry. It really was the Warriors. I mean, you had Draymond 5-5-5. I'll take that any night of the week from Draymond. Maybe
in a blowout game, yeah, I'll take that for him. But he's going to have to give me close to 5 more in each category once you start playing the better teams. So like
Wiggs. Again,
I know why you like.
points.
I know why you like last night because you love it when the Warriors win by 30. Just love it.
I know, because then the sneaky, then the cool stuff comes out. Then the behind the back assist to Looney comes out. Then the, I mean, but also,
if you think about the big scheme of things, you get to see the role players. They get some run.
And I love the whole team. And I'll tell you this: when Steph Curry is getting open, and especially he's coming off of a monster game, and he's still hitting shots in this game or whatever, that's when you see the gravity start going. And our team can. At least last night, if they can keep this up, at least moderately. I mean, we shot the lights out last night. We can't expect that every night. But they look like they could shoot. I mean, that was the biggest question going into this thing. And Oubre was like 3 for 5 or something from deep. Like, he had a bunch of threes. Yeah. Wiggs I think, shot 40% from 3. This guy, Michael Mulder, now he's like
on the X-Files.
He's on the deeper end of the depth chart. And he's vying for that roster spot along with the Jordan Pooles of the world and the Damian Lees of the world and the Kemp Bazemores of the world. But
shout out to Damian Lee on that buzzer beater.
He can shoot, man. Yeah. He's shooting 50% from 3.
I like his intensity.
Yeah.
I wish like they could take that intensity out of him and put it in Wiggins' more talented body.
Right.
Wiggins, he fades in and out. That's been that's why Jimmy Butler wanted to fight him. But like, I don't know. Like, it's still early. You guys still need to gel more, and I want to see like against the upper half of the Western Conference.
Right.
I want to see how those guys perform in that game.
Well, we got a big one coming up Wednesday, tomorrow. Clippers.
Now if is Kawhi back playing? I saw he had that ugly ass mask on for one game. What did he do to his face? Because it's not protecting the bridge of his nose at all. It's just open in the face part. He looks like some kind of X-Man villain or something.
I mean, I just watched the Warriors. What happened to Kawhi Leonard?
I don't know. I just saw a highlight because me. Other than for this podcast, I don't watch any early season basketball.
Right. Glad to know you're such a fan.
I like it with it's potential fist fights every other night. So I usually start around March. But that's a good test for you guys too. Paul George at a big game.
I'd like them to both be there because I'd like to. That's a yardstick. I mean, we have 2 of them. We play them Wednesday and Friday, so it's a yardstick game. And I'd like to see where we're at because
that's a good test for Wiggins. Will he disappear
when the competition gets hot?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, man. I mean, Draymond again. He's got that. He lights that fire under people's eyes, man. He's got that intensity, and Wiggins is looking pretty good. I especially because he can be like the secondary option or even the third option behind Wiseman. It seems like at times, but then he comes on with that second unit. And it's the Wiggins show, and he has the greenest of green lights to just go for it. And he
should. As far as scoring goes, he needs to be the number 2.
And that's all we need.
He needs to get you around 19, maybe 20.
He needs to lead that second unit to either sustain leads enough, or chip into leads enough so that when Steph comes back, he can make it rain. And that's all we need him to do. And he's doing that. And Kelly Oubre, his shot's starting to fall. And I was so pumped last night.
It's the Kings, man. It's the Kings and it's early.
And it's the Trailblazers. But remember our thing before the break? Happy holidays, by the way, everybody. We missed you. But
Happy New Year.
We did that thing where we did the wins and losses type thing.
Yeah. We did it for the top 10 games. Right? And what, they're 8 in?
So far, they're 7 in.
7 in?
So far, we're 100% right.
Stop it.
We said that they'd lose to the Bucks and the Nets, which is scary. But you know what? I'd like to face them again.
I don't even think it's scary. It's super early, man. Right. And your team is gelling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wiseman is not even like he probably doesn't have his legs yet. He's not even playing like
we'll get
the
to
minutes
Wiseman though because
he needs to play. So it's like, and then Draymond was out for a while. He's just getting back. So you got to mesh, you got to gel.
But so we saw that they'd lose those 2 games.
Yeah,
we called that they'd beat the Bulls and the Pistons.
Yeah,
which they did thanks to the buzzer beater from Damian Lee against your team. That was awesome.
Yeah.
We said that they split the games with Portland.
Now that's the one I'm surprised we said that. Well, we said they'd lose in Portland.
I said we just said they'd split.
Yeah,
I think both the games were at Chase Center. But it doesn't matter. Home court doesn't matter anymore.
Chase Center.
Yeah,
another arena named after a bank. I'm sick of this shit. The banks are taking over.
Well, isn't Oracle a software company? I don't know. I liked it when they were like Candlestick.
Yeah, we had like they were named for something else, I guess.
Watch, we look in the history. Actually, the candle industry paid for that stadium, so that's why yeah, big
man. That's crazy. We picked them. What 2 do we have left? I'm pretty sure we said they'll lose to the Clippers.
So we have 3 games left. We said we were shooting for 500 at the end of the break.
Yeah.
Or after the first
10 games. Yeah.
Because we're shooting for a 500 season. Because 500 gets you into the playoffs, doesn't it?
Yeah, like a little more. I would say this team's a little more than 500. I would say maybe 40,
I'd love for
48,
them to be
48, maybe 54.
I'd love for them to shock the world and end up third or because Denver ain't looking great.
That's what I'm
Denver
saying. They're
ain't
between
right
48 and 54
Denver
is what I
ain't
would
looking
say.
great. So so the next 3 games, so we have to win one of the next 3 to beef at 500 by the end.
Yeah.
Got Clippers on Wednesday, Clippers on Friday, and then on Sunday, the Raptors.
Hello, Sunday. The Raptors looking bad too, but it's so early, and like I don't know. That's why I don't watch much early season basketball because things are settled. They don't really settle until like around the All-Star break or like the end of it.
Right. That's when you start.
Yeah.
To think, well, I'm worried. Well, I
like,
mean,
typically I look at just look at it in 10-game chunks.
Right. Well, so yeah, I mean, it's still early in the season, but we talked about Steph a good amount. We talked about Dre. I want to talk about because this Wiggins question of like, can he bring the intensity or not every night?
Yeah,
is a big thing.
Yeah, that might determine how the season goes. Like if you get to 4 or you slide down to 6.
I have a take on that, and I'm going to let you know after a word from our sponsors.
All right.
We are brought to you by DraftKings. 'Tis the playoffs, everybody. To celebrate, all new players can play free for the $1 million top prize with your first deposit, thanks to our partnership with DraftKings. Create your DraftKings DFS account and make a deposit. DraftKings will credit your account with a free contest entry, draft your lineup, and compete for millions in prizes. Just go to dkng.co/partner to play. That's dkng.co/partner. Act quickly. This offer ends after the playoffs. Minimum $5 deposit. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com for details. And we are also brought to you by Manscaped. Manscaped is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. We're talking crotch, offering precision-engineered tools for your family jewels, and is here to help you have clean balls in the new year. Ring in the new year with the right tools for the job. Yeah, it's 2021. I want to eat better. I want to exercise more. I want to look my best because when the pandemic ends, it's going to be fucking season. All right? Everyone's going to go crazy. But part of that, you can have a perfect washboard abs and the muscles, but then you get down there and it looks like a goddamn coral reef. Okay? We can't have we're not doing no Playboy 70s bush down there, okay? You need to be sleek and controlled, aerodynamic. So part of that is, I'm trying to make my balls look bigger, my dick look bigger. I need every inch I can get.
Manscaping.
Yeah. Hairy nuts are still gross, even though it's 2021. Step into the new year with trees standing taller and shave your boys. Derek, what are your ball goals, grooming goals for the new year? Do you have any?
I'm thinking like a nice little lineup, like a taper fade or something.
Yeah.
And I have baby hair like Genuine back in the 90s.
Right.
On my balls.
I want to get it permed. I want
Oh, nice.
Yeah. James Brown up in there. Manscaped is here to give you a New Year's resolution that you'll actually want to keep. The Perfect Package 3.0, sounds like my dick, is the below-the-waist grooming package you need to start this year off strong. Come out of quarantine with clean balls thanks to the Lawnmower 3.0. This waterproof and skin-safe trimmer will reduce nicks to your two best friends. Reduce, not erase. So be careful, boys and girls. The third-generation trimmer even has a light to shine, a light to the promised land. Wow, so it's a.
So you see the nooks and crannies.
Yeah,
Let me turn on this light. Make sure I shaved up all my ball hairs.
Right. Let me get all the. Okay. Well, I guess the light. It's always good to have more light. It's also time to freshen up down there in the new year. The Crop Preserver is an anti-chafing ball deodorant and moisturizer.
What?
You already put deodorant on your armpits. Why not put deodorant on the smelliest part of your body? And for on-the-go freshness, you'll love the Crop Reviver Ball Toner Spray. Wow. You know,
there's a lot of ball products.
I've always just sort of succumbed to the fact that my balls are going to smell bad. And I don't blame my balls. It's not their fault.
They're just doing what balls do.
Well, you have to look at their environment. Where are they growing up? We're all just, we're all a product of our surroundings. And my balls are surrounded by my asshole. So it's going to be smelly.
It's a dark, dank, musty place.
Maybe if I had the deodorant and then I could keep it fresh with this spray, I'm just going to... Oh my God! I'm gonna need
stuff for your balls.
I have so much shit to carry around now. I have my keys and all, my phone, my fucking AirPods now, my Jewel, my face mask, my hand sanitizer. Now I gotta carry around my ball spray.
You got to, man. You got to, man. You never know. You might get rejected because your balls are a little taint.
Damn. Start the new year with a fresh set of testes thanks to Manscaped. Manscaped even threw in their shed travel bag to keep all your goodies stored comfortably. Speaking of comfort, the Manscaped anti-chafing boxer briefs are also included and will bring your underwear game to the next level. Well, that's something I do need because all my underwear has holes in them. And
I think mine aren't holy, but I need to upgrade, man. They're not fly draws anymore.
I know. I've
been walking out in the bathroom with some freshies.
I've been wearing Hanes boxer briefs. Okay, not the tidy whities. I buy gray and black Hanes boxer briefs. You get four in a pack for like $20. But maybe it's time to move on to something better. You know,
get Calvin Klein, please.
I'm trying to bring sexy back in 2021 because right now I look like an insane person because you're the only person I've talked to in 9 months. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code XXX at manscaped.com. Your balls will thank you.
XXX, that sounds like my package now, yeah.
Okay.
Keep them balls fresh. Whenever I manscape and my balls are fresh, I call them fresticles.
I like that. All right, Manscaped. Think about that. Fresticles. All right. Call to action required. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code XXX at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use code XXX. New year, new balls.
New balls, who this?
All right, so back to the Warriors. So,
the greatest team of all time.
Well, we got, the biggest question going in, I think still is the question is what kind of Wiggins are we getting from a night-to-night basis? But I'll tell you this, Oubre is also coming along. Yeah. So we saw, last year with the Heat, it was kind of like, next man up mentality. Is it Dragic going off tonight? Is
no
it
matter
Hero?
who gets it done.
Is it Bam? Is it Andre Iguodala? Like they all kind of come in and they help each other. So if Wiggins ain't on, maybe Oubre can because Oubre's shot's starting to come along. Yeah. He was hitting it, and he brings so much energy, so much on the defensive end. I really love this kid. I really love this team, man. They're really scrappy and fun to watch, and they play for each other. so like that's one thing. But also,
it's definitely not like reliant upon him to be that number 2 every night. Mm-hmm. But over the course of the season, he has prove himself to be like that.
And
number 2
Draymond
scorer.
will have nights where he can score. You know,
when he finally throws that thing in the bucket.
He did.
He has
night.
been shooting horribly for like 3 years now.
I know, but man.
But he's such a good utility player. You don't need Draymond to score the ball.
Right. Well, this
like
year
he's almost more important, like rebounding, getting deflections, and bringing the ball up the court, and his great passing.
He hit one last night. I almost fucking jizzed.
You shit yourself.
I mean, you don't. I don't know if people get this, but at Oracle, if Steph hit a 3, people will go crazy.
Yeah.
If Clay hit a 3, people will go crazy. When Draymond is hitting threes, the fans lose their minds.
Yeah, because that's like bonus for him. He's like one of those. No. Oh, it's good. Yes.
Yeah, it's like such an excitement.
So it's just a bonus.
And we're not even talking. I mean, so okay, maybe it won't be him scoring the points if it's not Wiggins, but
It might be him.
I am loving what I'm seeing from James Wiseman. I think
he's a huge young man.
I think he's a Rookie of the Year candidate. I mean, if the Warriors have a better record than
they will.
Who got the first?
Anybody else had
who got
a
the
high
first?
pick?
Was the Timberwolves? They got
Yeah,
the
it's
first
Timberwolves.
pick? Yeah,
but the Warriors, like they were only bad because they were injured last year. Mm-hmm. So I think all the other top rookies are going to be on the worst team anyway.
Right. So won't that help Wiseman put him in the spotlight more? People will be watching him more.
Yeah. All you need is Sports Center shit for Rookie of the Year.
Right. I mean, and he's what's cool about Wiseman is I feel like every game he is showing us something new. He does something new that's like, what the fuck? Like,
how you like that full court play he did like he was Giannis out there the other night?
With the Euro step, the block to the coast-to-coast Euro step dunk.
You tell he's still a little young because the coordination doesn't. It looks a little clunky.
But it's there. But he did.
Yeah, he has all he has to do is refine his skills, and you got top quality big.
Right. Who's fast and athletic, unlike Jokic. Don't get up my ass, Denver people. God, they're so.
Jokic is slow. Jokic is slow, but he is the baddest slow motherfucker I've seen in a while.
Yeah, but
like all his moves work.
Yeah, but
slow and deliberate.
But I don't think he'll. I have too many doubts, and maybe this is just me. But when I look at him, I'm like, he doesn't seem like a guy who can win an NBA championship.
Why not? Because he's not American. I agree. This game was invented in America, and it should be won by Americans on a high level. No, like he's definitely good enough, man, because he's like what? He's top 3 center in the league. Who's better than him at center? You want Joel Embiid?
James Wiseman.
No, he's not. Not yet.
Whoa!
Maybe in the future.
This is the Warriors, bro. You gotta...
Did you see Jokic in the playoffs giving people buckets? Did you see what he did to the Clippers?
He's kind of a defensive liability, and he picks up a lot of fouls.
He is. That's why he lost against the Lakers. He was a defensive liability.
You can be a defensive liability when you're Steph Curry, when you're the greatest offensive talent this game has ever seen.
Well, you've always had defensive liabilities in the NBA that started and were stars, but your offense has to be that much better. And what I feel like Jokic's offense is good enough for him to get abused on the other end.
We're talking about James. We're talking about James.
Eli's like, stop changing the subject.
We're talking James Wiseman. I mean, I'm seeing him doing these aggressive blocks. He's catching lob passes.
He is a block machine. I think he's going to be a block machine.
He's not scared. He is not scared, which is cool for a 19-year-old.
He's like, what, 7 foot, 260 pounds? He should be afraid of shit. That's what got me. Like, usually you get these big guys that come in, and the majority of them are, like, thin.
Right.
He has a man body already.
Well, he's still thin, but
he's muscular, though. He's like, I could easily see him, like, bulking up.
Right. He could,
if
he put on, like, 10, 15 pounds of muscle, I mean, that would be...
It's like you saw the difference in this Orlando Shaq and the LA Shaq. I think once he matures, he's going to bulk up that much more.
Or even when...
I don't think, like, somebody like Kevin Durant. When Kevin Durant came in, I'm like, this guy's never going to put on weight. Good thing he doesn't need it. Right. So Durant still looks super kind of skinny.
Right.
But I think Wiseman looks like he'll bulk up. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Flagellants, brought to you by Eli. Somebody open the window. I can't breathe.
Sorry, we're not.
Hopefully, the Warriors' defense will be suffocating, just like that fart.
Our defense is coming along, but yeah, I'm so.
But the defense has to improve, bro.
Besides,
got not only is Draymond back, but now Draymond has a guy, or everybody has a guy they can funnel the defense to,
right?
And that's a rim protector.
Well, what's cool about him is that for so long we were without a big guy, and we kind
Looney's a big guy, but he's more of a forward.
No, but I'm talking about a dominating force.
Yeah.
And they kind of went out of style in the league for a while, and people are like, "Oh, it's the death of the big man." And then you have, and then all of a sudden you have the Anthony Davises of the world, and the Giannis Antetokounmpos of the world, and the Bam Adebayos of the world, and Joel Embiid of the world, and even LeBron James is fucking huge. And like now it's like, a big dude who's just stronger and bigger than everybody else.
So the basket's still 10 feet in air, so a big guy is always going to have a place in the NBA.
And I think that big guys are not going to be in vogue because you got two giant monsters down in L.A. that you're going to have to deal with.
Yeah.
Unless we had Klay Thompson.
Well, LA's much smaller now. They got rid of JaVale and Dwight Howard.
Did they get rid of JaVale?
Yeah. And then they brought in Montrezl Harrell, who's like 6'8".
That's true. But
so y'all have a good chance of beating them.
I love that take.
Y'all have a good chance.
I can't wait till we face the Lakers.
Draymond play some head games with LeBron.
We're going to get drunk. It's going to be amazing.
But, like, I still see y'all at, like, 4. If y'all had Klay, you had a chance to win the whole thing.
If we had Klay, that's why
a legitimate chance to win the whole thing, in my opinion.
That's fine. This way, Wiseman gets featured more. He'll get trained more because we're going to need
I wouldn't even feature him. I'll just let him get points in the flow of the offense because we just looked at the highlights from the King game, right? There were no dump in to him, back to the basket, him making a move. A lot of that is the fact that he runs very well for a man that size.
Right.
And if he just, and the way y'all play up and down, he just runs the floor, he can average like 10 and 8.
Well, and Draymond's is really grooming him. He's like,
yeah. Oh God, he's getting a lot of bad advice from Draymond. Yo, fuck these motherfuckers, man. I'm Draymond.
Draymond.
I wish y'all could have saw Eli's face. It dropped.
Draymond's one of the smartest players in the NBA.
Yeah, he is smart. He is smart.
His court vision's amazing.
He's a smart basketball player.
He's gonna fucking unlock that kid's defense. Steph Curry's gonna unlock the offense, and he's gonna be great. And fucking stop slandering Draymond Green on a fucking Warriors podcast.
Eli,
okay?
is he? Does he or does he not act like a jackass sometimes?
Every single penny of it.
I know he's the heart and soul of the Warriors.
You need him.
Some would say he's the heart and soul of the Warriors. I would say it's Steph Curry.
Steph is the engine.
He's the heart and soul.
He's the flow. He's the initiator. He's the spark. But Draymond's the one.
He's the imagination.
Get on defense. So anyway,
he's the imagination, is what Bill Walton would say. Steph Curry is the imagination.
This Steph Curry MVP tour is really. I mean, I don't know if he's gonna. He might get nominated for MVP.
Yeah, I can see it. If they get around the range of 55 wins.
Yeah.
56
55
maybe.
Is a lot in a 72-game season.
Oh, it's 72. I forgot about that.
So if we get around 50 wins.
Yeah, 50 wins. 50 wins would be great.
Yeah.
And if he gets those numbers, if he's at 30, at or around 30 points a game, he does that, what's that 50, 40, 90 shit again.
Right, which he's kind of on track to do.
They'll have to talk about it. And if he does it in the fashion that he got those 62 points.
I mean, who else was coming into the season? Who else coming into the season was MVP and Luka Doncic? People were saying could win. Well, he's looking bad.
It's often a record and a performance type thing. So I don't doubt Luka will have the numbers, but I doubt his team would be in the top 3, top 3, 4. When was the last time somebody won and the team wasn't in the top 3 or 4 as far as wins? It was Westbrook? And that was because of the triple-double, which is easier to get now. No one wants to talk about it.
Oh, yeah. Triple-double means nothing.
Yeah,
Sorry about it.
It means a lot. It's still hard to do. I won't shit on it completely, but it's easier to do now because the paint is wide open.
Right. And the
rebounds and the long rebounds from everybody thinks that's Steph Curry. I'm looking at you, Dame. I'm kidding.
So, I mean, besides the Steph Curry MVP like caliber season he can have, the most exciting thing for me is just watching this kid, man, just become a man in front of my eyes.
Yeah, you gonna get a jersey? You gonna get one of his jerseys?
Maybe that'd be kind of nerdy.
The one that said,
I'm 32.
Can they wear the town jerseys anymore now that they're over in Cisco? Now they got to replace the town jerseys with Cisco.
It's just the Bay. Cisco.
The Bay would be a good way to include it all, but.
They have these.
You should say this too.
They have some
health should be one of the most important things for y'all this year. Because that's why you got Wiseman, because you were unhealthy last year.
Right.
Got the bad luck with the injuries.
Right. That's right. So I'm crossing my fingers that Steph doesn't get hurt. But he doesn't play as his play this season. I've noticed is he's slowed down a bit, but not in a way that like he's getting older. But he's he's letting it come into him a bit. He's not doing some crazy through the tree shit where he has to land on ankles and stuff. Yeah. He's playing with more control that I've seen him play in recent years.
I think Steve Kerr threatened him.
Why?
He's like, Steph, if you get hurt again, and I have to do another season like last year, I'm going to fuck you up.
Break both your ankles. But, James Wiseman is the most exciting thing outside of Steph right now, and I can't wait to watch him play. I love when he throws it down, and I'm excited to see how far he goes, especially with that culture and that training staff and that coaching staff, and working with 3 Hall of Famers and Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and Steve Kerr.
Draymond's getting in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. The standard has dropped. Jesus. We letting that guy in?
I ain't even, you know what?
We let him in?
Why wouldn't he get in?
Because he's not Hall of Fame worthy. Defensive
Player of the Year, 5 trips to the finals, 3 chips.
Like he was Defensive Player of the Year one time?
Yeah.
Every time I do that one time? Yeah.
But he also was part of the greatest. He was also a major part of and the heart and soul of the greatest team of all time.
Greatest regular season team of all time. It don't mean a thing if you don't get that ring.
But also when Durant came, I think that word
that was like that's the best team you guys had, even though the other team won more games.
No,
that
Kevin
combination
Durant
was crazy.
Warriors, I feel like is arguably the best team of all time. Arguably,
you're gonna make a lot of fans mad when you call it the Kevin Durant Warriors.
I'm making you mad right now. I can just see your blood boiling. You're like the Bulls.
That doesn't bother me at all, man. Everybody knows the Chicago Bulls are the greatest team of all time. Yeah, Michael, Scottie, and Rodman, but it's mostly because MJ
and Kukoc and Steve Kerr.
Kukoc was amazing. Steve Kerr, I used to like when he used to give us 4 points a game every season. I was like, this guy is amazing. It's funny how they sneak Steve Kerr into that lore like he was a major part of that team.
Right, I know.
When he really wasn't.
He did make that big shot.
He did make a big shot, but he was only in the game because they trust him more than they trust Judd Bushler. So,
right.
What are we really talking about?
So, yeah, I mean, he's cool. I mean, I don't know. I'm just right now it's good. We could be talking next week, though, and we could lose 4 straight, and I could be like, we're done.
That is the trap of the early season, yo. Because, remember, when they dropped the first 2 games, I was like, it's going to be a sad podcast when Eli comes back. And then they won, 3 out of 4?
They won 4 out of 5 the next 5.
4 out of the next 5. So now it's like they're right in that range where I would expect them to be.
Well, this is the test. We got 3 big games: 2 against the Clippers, 1 against the Raptors. And
the Raptors ain't looking too good though.
I know.
Last time I saw they were like 1-5, something like that.
Right. So we could win that, and then we could lose both. But I would like to win 1 against the Clippers.
You want to look good against Clippers,
right?
You want to look good against Clippers, and I need and you want Wiggins to come in there like. Well, you want the whole team to come in there like we want this. This is a good measuring stick. When against Portland, that's looking good.
But honestly, I don't put much weight in that because we always do. We always do good against Portland, and this has been historically what's kind of been with the Warriors is teams that try to emulate us, that try to do the 3-point shooting and that try to play fast. We blow those teams out of the water because we're the originals and nobody can do it better. If you want to beat the Warriors, you slow it down and you get big and strong and tough.
And you get Draymond to kick you in the nuts.
I'm just saying, the Portland never scared me. We've always owned them. Same with the Rockets. Like, yeah. I mean,
well, with Wiseman, Draymond, and Steph, I think you just got a better team than Portland.
I don't know, man. They got Carmelo. They got
what? Who? Carmelo.
They got those two guards.
This is not New York City 27 points a game, Carmelo. This is Portland
15 points
11 points a game.
But
so he's like
they got Nurkic.
He might be a little better than Oubre.
They got Nurkic. They got I don't know.
I see you talking, but you're not reaching me.
Grasping at straws. All right. Either way, yeah, Clippers are going to be a big one.
That's tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Tomorrow and then again
I'd
on
come
Friday.
over and get drunk with you and watch the game, but the fucking train shuts down at 1 a.m., so if the game starts at 10, I won't be able to.
I don't know why Cuomo is trying to ruin my life. I moved to New York to be a star.
Right.
And everything shut down because people are dying out there.
Right, and the hospital are filling up. But I want to go out and drink. This is the only thing I'm doing today. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. The next few games are going to be exciting.
And that closes out the next 10.
And also, and that'll close out the next 10. So we'll hopefully, what did we say? I think we said we're going to lose to the Clippers twice.
Yeah, that sounds like something I would say.
And then and then we were like, that puts us at 4 and 5. And then I was like, we'll beat the Raptors. So,
would you be surprised if they beat the Clippers once? I wouldn't.
I'm telling you, small sample size, so we don't know what this team is going to be. But the team that I saw do a back-to-back against a playoff team and a team that's supposedly on the rise, I'm excited for now. I mean, early season, it's gonna ebb and it's gonna flow. There are gonna be times when I'm probably like, we're doomed, especially if Steph Curry gets injured. Yeah. But if he can stay healthy and we keep doing this kind of stuff, man, I mean, it was really clicking for us.
I think the most important thing, the thing I wanted to see as a Warrior fan, wink, wink, is Steph Curry back to getting his bag and doing his shit like he can do. And yeah, I see that already. So yeah.
Right. So as long as he stays healthy.
So that's the first part. That's the first thing I would want to see. And then these other new parts, how do they fit together?
Well, and
can you make a run with these guys?
And they're really pushing defense this year. And
Steve Kerr been on that defense stuff though,
right? But
because his lineage is like his royalty is Phil Jackson and fucking Pop he played on it,
right?
And those two guys preach defense,
right?
So I'm pretty sure Steve is talking the same thing. And the Warriors have always been a good defensive team, but like people don't think of them as a defensive team because all the possessions during that game,
right?
But their defensive efficiency has always been really good,
right? Well, and
it should improve with this big monster you got back there.
It's easy to play defense, or easier, I think, to play defense on people that are more our size and play like our speed, like with the Portlands of the world. Or it's easy to play defense when you're facing the Kings. But now we're coming up against the Clippers, who are tough and a little bit bigger. And I'm like, is our defense going to hold up? Like you said,
I'm trying to think about the Clippers lineup. I don't think they're that much bigger. Because part of the problem last year, why they lost to the Nuggets, they weren't big enough. Mm-hmm. I don't other than Zoo. Like who do they have with real size? Well, and I'm not super familiar with this new lineup, the new roster this year. So I don't know if they got size, but they're not really that big. The problem is
they got Serge Ibaka.
The problem is when you put Kawhi and George on Kelly and Wiggins.
Who's gonna
how much do they fuck up the scoring? They're gonna put Beverly on Steph.
Yeah, and he's good at defending.
Yeah, so it's like how much. Where these other, because like Steph might actually have to work really hard to put up like 28, and he's not even being guarded by the best defenders.
Right.
So what does that look like? What does those matchups
at
the 2 and 3 look like?
A good defender. He's giving Kevin Durant problems. I
Who?
mean, Pat Beverly.
Yeah, but he wasn't giving Durant problems. He's just irritant.
Right.
I love that shit with Kevin Durant. So, y'all know who I am. I'm Kevin Durant. And he came out and scored 60,000 points on this guy. So it's like, I think that's much to do about nothing. Right. It's funny. Remember Westbrook said that about Beverly? He's like, Beverly, he got y'all fooled. He just be talking a lot. He ain't nobody. So Beverly is like,
Well, we'll see. We'll see how Steph does with it. I'm so excited for the game.
I expect Steph to give him some work. Now, what is the rest of the team going to do?
Well, the second unit is exciting. Is the development of the second unit is really cool.
Main man Damian Lee.
It's led by Wiggins. Damian Lee has solidified his spot. Eric Pascal is.
So Wiggins comes off the bench, or they just
no, but they just leave him
in
out.
the rotation. They leave him out. Okay,
yeah, they pull him out early in the first, not like midway through the first, and then he usually plays the full second.
Got you.
Yeah, he plays a lot of minutes, but
see, that's smart, man. That's why I fuck.
And then
with
you
Steve.
got
That's a
Pascal
smart thing.
at the 5, which is really wacky. We'll see how long that lasts, especially if we go up against.
He's Draymond Jr.
Exactly.
He's Draymond Jr. So it works, man. Especially in the league now, where like you don't have the dominant big man out there all the time. I can see Pascal because he's like 6'9".
Is he? I thought he was like 6'6".
6'6".
He looks short to me.
He's just wide.
He's just a big boy.
Yeah.
And then you got Damian Lee, who's proven himself to be a
I told you I like that guy.
shooter.
I told you I like that guy.
And then then it's fill in the blanks. It's either Kayvon Looney or Michael Mulder, who I'm really big on because I think he's made like all of his 3-point shots that he's taken this year. Juan Toscano Anderson, like it's just, I mean, it's fun to see. Like this is the part of the season where we see like Steve Kerr's coaching, like what lineups is he using, what strategies is he using. And
I'm
right
pretty
now,
sure he's
it's
still
Pascal at the 5 and Wiggins at the Wiggins is the number 1 option. Oh, and Brad Wanamaker as the point guard, and then the other two, and then Damian Lee, and then somebody else. But it's been cool to see.
I'm pretty sure that's what he's figuring out right now. He's working on the rotations.
Right.
Who's reliable? Who's dependable? Who's going to be consistent?
Right.
Who do I keep away from Draymond so he doesn't get his feelings hurt?
Yeah, he's only 6'6".
Oh shit.
Yeah, he's not that big of a dude.
Yeah.
So, man, remember I feel like such a ninny. I was like, the preseason was starting, and I was like, we got to trade Wiggins, and he sucks, and let's get PJ Tucker and Eric Gordon.
You don't want PJ Tucker.
And do we trade Clay? I was just saying all this shit, and it's because I was nervous, everybody, because I love Steph Curry so much, and I just want him to have the best career that he can, and it's hard when it's not going well. But I should have had more faith in him, and I should have had more faith in Kerr and Myers and all the other guys over there
with the apologies,
because they're putting together a real team. And listen, I'm excited about this season, and this ain't even gonna be the last of us, because I think once Clay gets back and everything else, it's gonna get a lot better. Yeah. And now I want to end the segment with I want to end with a new segment that I want to try out. Yeah. Every couple of weeks, maybe once a month or so, I want to do a Remembering Klay Thompson segment, and we're just going to talk about an insane moment that Klay has given us over the years.
Oh, nice. You remember when that picture surfaced? I'm pretty sure he was at some college party. His eyes was all red, like he's been smoking a little something.
I do.
And he had a red party cup.
Yeah.
Smiling with them bitches next to him. I was like, Clay's a pimp. That's my cousin, Thompson.
Dude, and he's the only one that's still kind of like, because Steph's always been like a married man. You know, he's halfway to being a goddamn priest.
He's a Christian.
Christian
Praise
boy,
Jesus.
Family. You know, he's probably going to have 10 more kids.
Yeah.
Phillip Rivers. And Draymond is now has a kid, and I think he's got a fiance, and they're living together.
God, somebody think about marrying that person? I'm sorry.
He's got money.
I'm gonna stop
He's
ragging
got
on
money.
Draymond.
Jesus,
yeah, that's true. We got plenty of money. It don't matter.
$100 million.
Yeah, it's like Plies said. I got plenty of money.
But Clay's the one who will go out and pick up girls and party and stuff.
Yeah, I fuck with Clay. I like Clay.
I love. Oh God. So yeah, that was funny. That'll be the good when the picture surfaced that proved that Klay Thompson was a party boy,
a real one.
That was great. He also was really, when they won their first championship, him and Draymond were pretty high and drunk, and they were getting interviewed, and that's when Draymond was like, "We won. Yep."
I don't remember that.
They suck. Yep.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And Klay was just in the background smiling, you know.
See, man, see, that's what turns me off against Draymond. Like Draymond, his game don't. He shouldn't be talking like that with his game. Steph should be talking that shit. We won. Yep. Draymond should just be saying, "Yo, I'm happy to be here. I'm along for the ride."
I ain't even supposed to be
here. Let me get your bags, Mr. Curry. I'm kidding, Draymond. Don't be mad.
Oh my God, I want Draymond to come. He's my favorite player. I'm gonna get a Draymond Green jersey.
What? He's not your favorite. Steph's your favorite.
Yeah, I know.
I've seen you watch Steph play before.
Draymond is my second favorite player, but watch out because it might be James Wiseman next, and Clay. Clay, we miss you. But there's a lot of people. I mean, Kevin Durant looks good off this Achilles, so maybe modern medicine is coming along so that Clay
Kev's not missing a beat at all off that Achilles.
He is. He does look a step slower.
Yeah.
And his shot looks a little off. But maybe that's just
You think
rust.
that's conditioning, though?
Yeah, maybe it might be rust. We'll get to see. But he is not.
Because it's a long season. That adrenaline
has
worn off already.
Dude, before he got injured in that final season with the Warriors, he was looking insane. And that was the year. Y'all know who I am.
Yeah.
I'm Kevin Durant.
I'm Kevin. It's like he's unstoppable force when it comes to scoring.
So anyway, Clay, we miss you, but things are looking up, and we'll see you next week. We'll see how our record's doing.
Yeah, baby. Let's go Warriors.
Yeep, yeep.